The paradise called Norway. Norway, a natural wonder where for months the sun never sets, and when night finally arrives, the sky comes alive with the breathtaking dance of the northern lights. It is a land where snow-covered mountains, majestic fjords, and crystal-clear lakes stretch as far as the eye can see. A place where you're more likely to spot reindeer than cars on the road. This is a country where the king can be seen riding a bicycle through the streets without any security, and where education and healthcare are completely free. It was among the first nations to fully embrace electric vehicles. Even its prisons resembled comfortable hotels, focusing entirely on rehabilitation. Today, tourists from across the globe travel here to witness nature's greatest spectacles. Join us as we set off on an unforgettable journey through this breathtaking country, often called Heaven on Earth. The Kingdom of the North. Norway, officially known as the Kingdom of Norway, is located in the Scandinavian region of Northern Europe. Covering an area of nearly 385,000 square kilometers, it is one of the least densely populated countries in Europe, home to just 5.5 million people. Nearly 84% of its population lives in cities, leaving vast, untouched wilderness where you can travel for hundreds of kilometers without seeing a single soul. But Norway's true identity lies in its dramatic geography. Nearly 70% of the country is covered by mountains, glaciers, and rugged terrain. It boasts more than 50,000 islands and a staggering coastline stretching over 100,000 kilometers. Extending deep into the Arctic Circle, it is one of the few places on Earth where you can experience both the magical midnight sun and the ethereal polar night. Oslo, a glimpse into the future. Our journey begins in the capital city, Oslo. The first thing you'll notice is the overwhelming sense of peace. There is no blaring traffic, no constant honking, and no rushed crowds. In Oslo, cycling isn't just a hobby, it's a way of life, supported by hundreds of kilometers of dedicated bike lanes. As you move through the city, you'll realize the vehicles are almost completely silent. The vast majority of them are electric. Standing at a traffic light here feels like stepping directly into the future. Oslo's waterfront is home to the architectural marvel of the Oslo Opera House. Looking like a giant block of ice rising from the sea, its angled white marble roof allows visitors to walk straight up to the top to enjoy a spectacular panoramic view of the Oslo fjord. It perfectly reflects the calm, balanced lifestyle of the people who live here. Engineering marvels and epic roads. As soon as you leave the capital, towering buildings give way to endless forests and massive mountains. Norway is home to some of the world's most beautiful road trips. The most famous is the Atlantic Ocean Road. Stretching for 8 kilometers, this spectacular highway connects a series of small islands, passing directly over the open ocean. During storms, powerful waves crash violently onto the road itself, making it one of the most thrilling and breathtaking drives on the planet. To conquer its unforgiving terrain, Norway has engineered incredible marvels. The country features over 1,100 road tunnels, including the legendary Lærdal Tunnel. Spanning nearly 24.5 kilometers, it is the world's longest road tunnel, taking drivers deep inside a solid mountain for almost 20 minutes. Along these roads, waterfalls plunge from thousands of feet above. Famous falls like Våringsfossen and Laterfossen roar with immense power, fueled by melting glaciers in the summer. Eventually, the highways give way to the water, and travelers simply drive their cars onto ferries to cross into the true heart of Norway, the fjords. Inside the majestic fjords. Fjords are long, narrow, and incredibly deep arms of the sea, carved out by massive glaciers over thousands of years. Norway is home to nearly 1,700 of them, but none are more famous than the Geirangerfjord Fjord. Surrounded by towering cliffs rising thousands of feet and decorated with cascading waterfalls like the famous Seven Sisters, standing here feels like stepping into a fantasy movie. Equally stunning is the Norway Fjord, which is so narrow in some places that only a small strip of sky is visible between the vertical rock walls. It's no surprise that UNESCO has designated it a World Heritage Site. The best way to experience this landscape is by cruise ship, where the immense scale of the mountains makes you feel incredibly small. The legendary Flom Railway. Next, we board the Flom Railway, widely considered one of the most beautiful train journeys in the world. Starting just 2 meters above sea level, the train climbs to an elevation of 866 meters in less than an hour, making it one of the world's steepest standard gauge railways. The train winds through 20 spiral tunnels, most of which were painstakingly carved by hand over a century ago. The absolute highlight of the route is the Kjosfossen waterfall, where the train pauses so passengers can feel the freezing mist of the thunderous 225-meter drop. The Arctic magic of Lofoten. Traveling farther north brings us to the Lofoten Islands, a jaw-dropping archipelago inside the Arctic Circle. Unlike the flat, frozen barrens people expect of the Arctic, Lofoten features razor-sharp mountains rising straight out of crystal blue waters, dotted with picture-perfect red wooden fishing villages like Reine and Hamnøy. For centuries, the people here have depended on the sea. Every winter, millions of Arctic cod migrate here, and the coastlines are still lined with massive wooden racks where fish are left to dry in the open air. Because Lofoten sits inside the Arctic Circle, nature puts on a spectacular celestial show. From late May to mid-July, the sun never sets. This is the phenomenon of the midnight sun. You can stand on a beach at 1 a.m. bathed in golden sunset-like light. In the village of Henningsvær, locals even play football matches at midnight under full daylight. But in the winter, the script flips completely. From November to January, the sun never rises. This period is known as the polar night. It is during this absolute darkness that the sky transforms into a canvas for the aurora borealis. Glowing waves of brilliant green, blue, and purple light dance across the horizon, drawing millions of travelers who wait in the snow just to catch a glimpse of the magic. Standing at the edge, Trolltunga. For the adventurous, Norway offers Trolltunga, or the Troll's Tongue. This iconic rock formation juts out horizontally from a mountain, suspended hundreds of meters in mid-air over a deep valley. Reaching it requires a grueling 10 to 12-hour hike through rugged alpine terrain, but the reward of standing on the edge of the cliff, high above the clouds, is an experience unmatched anywhere else on Earth. Farther north sits the North Cape, a massive sea cliff where you can look out over the endless icy expanse of the Arctic Ocean towards the North Pole. A society built on happiness and nature. Norway consistently ranks at the top of the World Happiness and Global Peace Indexes. The secret to their incredible quality of life lies in a deeply ingrained cultural concept called friluftsliv, which translates to life in the open air. Norwegians don't fight the harsh weather, they embrace it. Children are taught wilderness survival skills from a very young age. Even in sub-zero temperatures, locals routinely swim in icy water, believing it strengthens the mind and body. Millions of city dwellers regularly retreat to remote, simple wooden cabins in the mountains to unplug from technology and reconnect with family. Financially, Norway is one of the wealthiest nations on Earth. When massive oil reserves were discovered in the North Sea during the 1960s, the government chose a visionary path. Instead of spending the wealth immediately, they invested the revenue into a sovereign wealth fund. Today, that fund holds nearly $2 trillion, ensuring that the future of its citizens remains secure for generations to come.
Even its most remote corners serve humanity. On the permanently frozen Arctic archipelago of Svalbard, where burying the dead is prohibited because the permafrost prevents decomposition, lies the global seed vault. Hidden deep inside a frozen mountain, it safely stores millions of crop seeds from around the world to safeguard the future of global agriculture in the event of a worldwide catastrophe. Norway is a rare proof that humanity can build an incredibly advanced, wealthy, and happy society while keeping nature entirely pure and untouched. It is a land of extremes, defined by the harmony between its dramatic landscapes and the peaceful people who call it home. Which of these breathtaking places would you want to visit first? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss our next journey around the world.